Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome everyone to this afternoon study session from Mesa City Council for Monday, February 24th, 2014. Councilmember Summers is not with us. And we'll go on to the first item on the agenda, which is to review tonight's regular meeting agenda. Page 2, items 2 through 3D. Items 3E through 3J. Okay.
Mayor and Council, I just want to give an update on the Red Owl. I just want to let you know that we had a meeting, or I should say Development Sustainability had a meeting with the applicant today, and that went very well. So we're recommending that we move forward with the Red Owl tonight.
Okay.
The only issue was the nature of the new license. We just wanted a little briefing on what their activity was. What is the Red Owl? What is it doing?
Oh, the Red Owl, they are a Series 6 license, so it is a bar. So they're moving a full bar operations from Tempe, and they're giving up that, and they're bringing it over here to Mesa.
Okay,
so
is that going to be a live music venue? Is that what
that's my understanding, is they're going to have live music in there.
Okay, that's just in the report. If we get a little blurb, if it's a new license, what they're doing.
Sure, absolutely.
Thanks.
Sounds great.
And the description on 3J has been changed to remove confusion that we talked about that led
Right.
that. Yeah, liquor store. They removed that and made it clear that it's a bar.
Correct.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Items 4A and 4B. Items 4C and 4D. Items 4E and 4F. Items 4G and 4H. Items 4I and 4J. Items 4K through 4M. Items 4N through 5B. Items 5C through 6B. Yeah, Councilman Richards.
I just wanted to say thanks to our transportation folks for 5D. They're continuing to support the program where we have Boy Scout, Eagle Scout projects painting the bridges in Mesa, and got a lot of comments on that. People really like that. So I want to thank Lenny for his work, for taking responsibility. This bridge actually looked pretty shabby for a lot of years, and it was kind of in a no man's land. So I appreciate you guys sorting all that out. And actually, my son did this for his Eagle project last October. So it was neat to see this appear on the agenda. Thanks.
Thank you. Items 6C through 7B. And item 8A. Okay. Next item is to hear presentation, discuss, and provide direction on a utility e-bill SurePay incentive program.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. My name is Ed Quedens. I'm the Business Services Department Director. I'm joined by Priscilla Bertling, who is our Customer Information and Billing Administrator. We're here this afternoon to give you a presentation and receive direction on a proposal for an incentive program. We're going to try and move utility customers from mailing bills to e-bill notification, and to SurePay, which is an automated scheduled bank draft. And both of these initiatives are to try and save the city some money, which in turn saves our utility customers money.
Good afternoon, Mayor, council members. Today, the city spends approximately $775,000 a year producing utility bills and mailing them out. It comes out to about $5.68 a customer per year. With postage costs continually increasing, customers that will switch to electronic bill notification would reduce the postage costs significantly for the city. Additionally, we spend over $2 million a year on credit card processing fees, which continue to increase. Encouraging customers to sign up for bank draft auto payment will save in credit card fees, and the cost to process bank draft payments is significantly less, pennies. The program we're proposing will provide a one-time $20 monetary incentive for customers that sign up for both bank draft automatic payment and electronic bill notification. Customers will have 6 months to sign up for the program. We're looking to launch this in May through November. They must remain on both programs for an entire year before they are eligible to receive the $20 incentive. So we would not be crediting their account until after 1 year being on both programs. We will be offering the programs to both residential and commercial customers. Our program goals include saving the city through reduced credit card fees and bill mailing costs. We can take this opportunity to promote going green and helping the environment by choosing to have electronic bill notification. Cost containment saves the city and our customers money, and we can reduce staff paper processing time because they won't be processing the bills and the payments as much if they're paying automatically through a bank draft and receiving their bill electronically. After a year of the program, we will review for further cost containments if necessary, if we feel like we need to offer the program again, or maybe we need to look at other solutions, such as perhaps charging for credit card fees. Some companies or cities don't even allow credit cards payments any longer. So I don't think that's where we want to go, but that's a possibility. Program costs and potential savings. We have approximately 115,900 customers that would be eligible for the program. And at $20 incentive, you can see that if we had a 1% response, it would cost the city $23,180, all the way up to a 10% response, which would be $231,860 one time for this program. The potential savings that we would see in credit card fees alone for a 1% would be $21,000, roughly $22,000 a year, all the way up to $217,000 annually in credit card fees. And the fee to process and mail the bill, 1% of $7,750, all the way up to $77,500, which, as you can see, from 1% to 10% is quite a savings. The first year, or the year annual on this program, we would see savings of $29,498 up to $294,988. We'd be lucky enough to have a 10% response rate.
And Mayor and Council, the potential savings, this is 1 year cost. So those savings would continue on into future years.
Yes.
And with
Question
that,
on your credit card savings. So going back to that one, can we go back and show that again?
there we go.
Potential savings, credit card, we're saving exactly what on that?
Okay, this is just a rough figure on the monthly fees, but it costs us $2 million for credit card fees to process those cards. We pay the credit card companies to process them.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So
Yes.
why do we accept credit cards?
Convenience.
Convenience to our customers, as well as if someone does not have the money available in their bank account or cash in hand today, it does allow them to float the money to us.
Well, in other words, we get assured payment as opposed to them not
Exactly.
paying. They can pay with their credit card.
Exactly.
Have
And
you,
we
have you
have-
factored in, if we take this away, number one, our customers will not have the convenience, and also, have you factored in a potential for an increase in bad accounts if they can't go to the credit card, because we're basically shifting the risk from our collections to the credit card collections? Has that been factored into here at all?
Correct. Our target is actually those who are using recurring credit card fees or recurring credit card transactions. So the people that sign up for auto pay each month and they use their credit card, those are the ones we'd really like to target, because that's a cost that they determine that we're going to pay, in essence, by their method each month. The ones that walk into the business office, that call in, that use the IVR, yes, those we probably would like to continue to offer a credit card option.
So this is an incentive for them to switch off of the auto pay every month onto an auto
Bank draft.
debit.
Off of
Right.
the
Bank draft.
auto
Okay.
pay.
I just want to make that sure,
Yes,
because
it wasn't to eliminate credit card payments.
okay, I want to make sure of that, because you sort of left it hanging like we somehow want to get rid of credit cards, when actually what we want to do is we want to turn the auto or the recurring payment, people that we would assume are not high credit risks, but are creating these transaction fees, let's go to auto pay, but let's make it a bank draft.
Correct,
Yes.
as opposed to a credit card. And as well, anyone else in the customer population that feels comfortable moving those two programs, because it still does cost us more money to process a check when we get it in the mail, the other types of transactions.
Right, okay. Councilman Richens?
So why don't we charge a credit card fee if they use a credit card? I mean, some places give you discounts for cash, 3% discount for cash. I mean, can you do that? I mean,
Mayor and Council, we've actually presented that in the past, and we were told to kind of hold off on that. So this is kind of, now with bank drafts, and actually there's a lot of groups, I'm not sure if SRP allows credit card payments anymore.
They do not.
They don't allow credit card payments anymore. So we were trying to find a way, actually kind of moving beyond that and just trying to really encourage this. As most of making a disincentive is actually trying to incentivize into the SurePay, because for us, that may be, it's more of a positive motivation as opposed to a penalty. Now, what we'd like to do is do it this way for a year to see if we can get people to migrate to the bank draft methodology. Then we want to come back and visit with council and see what the breakdown, see if that's been successful. And then we need to have a discussion, most likely, about those who are making payment with credit cards and how we want to do that. You know, early on, when we made available the opportunity to pay on credit card, that was a big deal. That was a good thing, because that was a convenience not only for the customer, but it was also a convenience for us at the time, because now there was that direct payment. They could go online, they could make it, fill it out online and do it with their credit card. And that saved us the transaction of them putting in a check in the envelope and sending back, you know, I guess we had another envelope. So that's how it was looked at then. It's kind of this evolution of the business model. And as technology changes, we're trying to find better ways to serve our customers. So the whole issue with convenience, and what's happens too, the banks have gotten a lot more aggressive on the credit card fees too. And so we do want to visit with council about that option in the future.
so is this the program then that I can go to my bank, I can sign them up in my bill pay system, and you guys send the bill to my bank and it reminds me, and I can just say, pay this bill, and or is, right now you guys send me an email that has my bill on it. How is this different than?
So for the email that you get or the text that you get, yes, that is the one half of this. That's the e-bill. The payment, for instance, I have it set up that with the City of Mesa, they go and pull on the due date the dollars due for my utility account right out of my right out of my checking account.
No, okay.
The City of Mesa
bank draft.
drafts
So,
it,
yeah,
not the bank.
That's well, I use my bank system.
Right.
And if we're going to set this up, let's set it up the way Verizon does it, the way SRP does it, the way, I mean, you name one of your bill people, and because I sign them up as a payee in my bank.
Yes.
And
And we offer
they
that
send
today.
me notification.
We do offer that today.
You don't have an e-bill through the bank. There's not an e-bill through the bank. It's a 5-day turnaround.
We allow the e-payment through the bank. We can, if you have an account with Bank of America or Chase, you can pay through the bank.
But
Now, what we don't
I
have,
don't get the same notification from the City of Mesa that I do from Verizon through that banking system.
right, and I think that is an option that we have to sign up for, and we do have a team that is working on that. They've run into some challenges trying to get the information on it, but we are pursuing that one as well, where we get the
Your
bill.
barrier here is there's people that get paid twice a month. There's people that get paid every 2 weeks. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you have you can't schedule the 16th to pay to have the bill get paid to the City of Mesa. I mean, because their paydays vary all the time. If you get paid twice a month, it's a lot easier. I know I just shifted. you know, but when you do it through the bank draft thing, then I know it goes through that system a lot cleaner, and I understand the timing of it. So that's what I'm just trying to understand. If we're going to do this, let's really do it in a way that interacts with all of the banks. And I mean, I can get an email with a bill, great, but
Isn't that what, I'm a little confused. Isn't that what we're saying we're going to do?
no, they're saying it's different.
Go ahead.
No,
Okay,
it's,
there's-
I mean, some of my accounts, the utility issues a draft, and they just, when the bill comes due on the due date of the bill, they pull that amount out of your account.
That's correct.
That's correct. The
No,
customer information system does that automatically, as opposed to setting that up.
Yeah, and then you
through
have to
your
go in and say,
Bank of
yes, pay it.
America
I do it
account.
both ways. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's the side that you're working with the bank, where they notify to the bank, and it gives you a notification, and then you go in and you pay it.
Yeah,
Instead
no,
of it doing automatically. There's people that automatic timing doesn't work as well
Then they won't sign up.
for them. Well, why don't we make it so it can work for them? That's what I'm saying.
We are working on that.
Well, let's roll it out when we're ready.
And without getting into the tech, I'm not understanding what's the difference between the two. I mean, if there's an automatic draft that comes out on a certain date, we would pull that on that date.
If I'm thinking of the same program that Councilmember Richens is, the bill actually goes to the bank, which the bank then actually notifies me, and I coordinate that
Yeah,
payment
that the
through
bill
the
is
bank.
there, and then I authorize
Yes.
it.
I go in and pull up my bank account.
Yes.
And it says, these bills are ready to pay.
Correct.
And you go click, click, click,
Right.
skip that, and they pay that.
Right,
Right.
that's a service
I
that the
also,
bank.
I also have auto draft,
Yeah.
Yes,
where they automatically on the 16th of the date, here is my bill, and they go in and they just issue a draft, and the bank automatically pays that out of my account.
Yeah.
So
And
there's
that's,
those are,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's roll this out when you can do both.
oh,
we can take that
We can
direction.
do that. I think we were trying to get ahead of the
Okay.
game with what we can do now, with the idea we can work on what you're proposing. I think I guess we feel like if we can create this incentive early as possible, we start saving money immediately. I think I understand what you're trying to get to. We talked about that just today.
Yes,
And so they were in our budget discussions about trying to accelerate this other program, but can't talk to the technical side of why we're not ready to do that right now, but certainly that's our goal. We'd like to get as much of that, more folks we can get to that point where
Either way,
they're
auto pay,
paying-
either
auto
way.
pay, we're fine. But we would like to at least begin this pilot program now, and as soon as we're ready, and we'll visit with IT and see if we can get this other element included also. I guess my point is, I don't know what the timing is. We're asking for more time. We're trying to save the opportunity right now, I think is what we're trying to do.
Vice Mayor?
Speaking along the lines of credit card fees, I think we're being way too timid along these lines. And in my interaction with Maricopa County government, everybody uses e-check. You're not, unless you pay the fee, you're not. And so when I hear our good city manager say, well, our past direction was, I don't know where that came from, but I hope that wasn't in the last 5 years. The way I look at it, we're leaving $2 million on the table. And it is a very normal process with SRP, Maricopa County, others to do that. I think we should give direction today that says, I think there should be a transition period, to help folks make the transition. But credit card fees, if we're going to incur them, we should have that customer pay them, give them the option of an e-check, and let's move the system along. This is money left on the table, if you ask me. So. Yeah. I'll maybe back.
And if that's the direction of the council, we'll be glad to do it. We were just trying to find another, opportunity here. But we can certainly address that going into this year's budget and get it in place, approved by the council, and then announce it, beginning in January or some point to give people, or sooner. Okay, we can do it sooner. We're glad if we could do that too.
and Mayor and Council, we're representing the utility payments here too. There are credit cards accepted throughout the city for various charges, fees. So the conversation would be bigger than just what we're including in our scope here today too.
Well, and if I may,
go
Mayor,
ahead.
along those lines, I have had where I've interacted with an SRP customer service person paying my bill. They said, well, you can go credit card, but you'll incur the fee, or we can do an e-check right now. If you have your checkbook, please give me your routing number, your account number, and boom, it's taken care of. So it's the same thing.
And we do that today.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping, that
Yep.
we just get away from these credit card fees.
Well, to the Vice Mayor's point, if we're going to roll this out and we announce the fee, it actually may incentivize more people to join.
Well, we do that today, but we don't charge a fee.
That's correct.
Correct.
For the e-check.
Yeah, do the
No, no,
$20
no, we don't charge a fee.
No, no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
credit card.
For the credit card.
Correct,
Yes,
right.
you're right.
Yeah, we give them the
card.
option, we do not charge the fee.
That's correct.
Right. And what we're saying is that not only, and I think what the Vice Mayor's saying is, that why don't we consider adding an additional incentive, which is, listen, if we got to pay the fee for your convenience, that means that we have more rate pressure. Because
Well, it
if we're
means
paying.
everybody has
Everybody has more
to
rate
share.
pressures. I mean,
Yeah.
paying for your convenience, everyone has rate pressure. If we're paying $2 million a year, that's not a small number. Maybe we got to consider a double incentive, which is you avoid this and you get that benefit. But you know what? If you want the convenience, we ought to offer it to customers. But here's what it's going to cost you.
Yeah, and everybody does that. I mean, this isn't anything
No, no,
crazy
we
or
agree.
unusual.
Okay.
I just have one more question.
Go ahead.
How long until we take Bitcoin?
Sorry, I already asked that question today. I got some strange looks, but we.
Councilmember Luna.
It would really be cool if we had a mobile app and we could just pay our bill that way too.
We agree.
Is that
We are-
something that you might?
We're working on
We're
it.
working on that as well.
Code for America people.
Yeah.
Vice Mayor?
And the other idea of the kiosks, these
Yes.
convenient kiosks, we had that in audit and finance, but maybe you're saving that for later.
That is moving forward. We'll be bringing back the results from an RFP that's being prepared and going out.
Yeah.
And if we could pay from Google Glasses too.
We actually do
sure we
have
can.
one of the Google
Can we
Glass.
do that too? Can we do it where we just don't have to pay?
Wait a minute, let's go in the other direction.
No, that's way too much of an incentive, right? Okay. Any other questions?
We'll follow up. We'll put together the proposal of, come back to the council with what that convenience fee would be, and we'll move forward with this pilot program.
I think what I'm hearing, and just so we summarize it up, I don't think we're hearing that we dislike the idea that we're offering incentives to pay directly. I think what we're saying is that we'd maybe like to go the next step and really
Good.
fully implement, if we can, along with ease and with perhaps fees, and with maybe an option as to how that direct pay is made, whether it's automatic draft or whether it's notification and you still have to pay it, but it still comes out of the account.
Okay,
Sort of do the whole package.
you can do that.
Did I summarize that okay? All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Here reports on meetings and conferences. Here reports on meetings and conferences attended. Vice Mayor, I'm 2 years behind. Councilmember Summers.
Whatever. This past week, I was out of town with Harry Beck, our fire chief, and Dr. Smith, who's our medical director. We attended Firehouse World Exposition in San Diego. I was in San Diego. Unfortunately, it wasn't during the summer, which is a lot better. But we attended the Firehouse World. The chief and Dr. Smith had a very large audience talking about the TRV program that we run and the partnership with Mountain Vista Medical Center. A lot of interest in that program, and I was there speaking on our downtown sprinkler grant program and our NSP program. So we had, and that was done on the expo floor, which was a different environment for me, too, competing with the shiny fire trucks out there for people's attention. But it was it's interesting to the amount of interest that in the innovations happening in the fire, at least in the fire service, in the broader community. So it was a lot of fun.
Good. Anything else? All right. Mr. Brady.
Just a reminder, we have our next study session will be Thursday, February 27th at 7:30 a.m. Thank you.
That's it.
Council committee tomorrow morning.
Excuse me?
Council committee meeting tomorrow morning.
Sustainability and transportation.
Oh,
Sustainability and transportation.
I'm sorry, I don't have that. What?
Sustainability and Transportation
At
Committee.
7:30.
tomorrow?
At 7:30 in the morning, tomorrow.
10:30?
Yeah,
7:30.
7:30.
7:30 in the morning
All
here.
right. Let's,
Sorry, I didn't have it.
Sustainability and Transportation Committee, Subcommittee meeting tomorrow morning at 7:30.
Okay.
Right here, this place, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, have a motion adjourned from Councilmember Summers, second from Councilmember Kavanaugh. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.